everybody. This your girl CC with WIB Magazine, and I have my co-host Mickey Monday on the line with us. Happy Tuesday. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself, CC?
I'm great. Tell us our special guest we have on the line with us today.
Okay, well, we have a very nice young lady who has an entrepreneurial spirit. She has a couple of businesses under her belt, and she's also a gospel singer. So I want to introduce Keyondra Lockett to our show. Hi, Keyondra. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. Can you give us a little bit more about what it is you do? And like I said, I mentioned you had a couple of businesses, so if you want to go into that too.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank y'all so much for allowing me to share who I am on your platform. And I am a two-time Stellar nominated gospel artist. I have top 15 Billboard charting songs under my belt. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've written for artists such as Kiera Sheard, the gospel group Virtue, Brianna Bobineau, BET Sunday Best winner Crystal Aiken. The group that I sang in, Zael, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the gospel group Zael, but we did the Clark Sister cover of Is My Living in Vain? And I'm an entrepreneur, first gospel artist to ink a licensing deal with a toy company. And other than that, I'm just plain and simple.
Wow, you do a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you wrote State of Emergency that reached the top 15 on Billboards. Can you tell us about that and the experience you had?
Yeah. Right. Actually, I wrote it for the group, and it ended up doing really well. Radio received it well. And of course, the gospel community, period, they received it really well. And so I wrote it because during that time, I can't remember which issue or situation happened stateside. I don't remember if it was like one of the mass shootings, but I wrote it in response to that, as well as in response to, or made it relatable to different people and different situations. And it's really just simply saying, Lord, I need you now. It's a state of emergency. We've all been in that place where we needed God right away, didn't know what we were going to do, didn't know how to pay, or if we would be able to pay our bills and, that type of thing. And so it was just a cry out to God. And I think that we need more songs like that, more things that point us to God. And sometimes even him, if he wants your attention, he'll allow different situations so that, you'll end up crying out to him. So I think it's the same thing with this pandemic. And, it just is what it is, cry out to God and hear his voice, answer, obey, that type of thing.
Yes, I agree with that. I was like, whoa. We definitely need that right about now with everything that's going on, especially with the protests and the COVID. We definitely need that. Tell us about your new single and your project.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Thank you. Trouble Won't Last. I wrote that last year, actually, and ended up putting it on The Hill Reloaded, which is it's The Hill, the first rendition or the first offering from me, which was an LP. And I ended up adding 3 more songs on it. Trouble Won't Last, Made Away, and You Will Heal Part 2. And it's just a song simply saying, trouble won't last. Again, we're dealing with this pandemic. We're dealing with so many things on top of the pandemic as well. And it's a simple message just stating trouble won't last. Trust God's his track record, his history, everything about him, who he is. And, just remember that trouble won't last.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So just kind of staying along the music path here. Can you tell us what it's like being a gospel artist in the music industry? Because, just kind of, it's something that's not really talked about much. And I don't know if it is, like, just being transparent, because I'm more of a hip hop artist, and so you see a lot of mainstream artists that aren't gospel artists, unless they're like Kurt Franklin or someone of that nature. But can you tell us what it's like being in the gospel genre and how you kind of navigate through the industry and some of positives and negatives, and what you deal with as an
Right.
artist?
Yeah, I think the positives would definitely be being able to bring a light to somebody's life. Being able to bring hope into somebody's situation. That's definitely a positive. It shows or suggests that's your purpose. We all light up when we find our purpose. So that's an amazing thing. I think that the negatives would be being under so much pressure. We're already under so much pressure to, live the bold, right life. Then you got all these isms and schisms about singing, and you got to do all this extra stuff in order to be this bomb vocalist. Because in gospel, if you're not giving that hard, passionate singing, or squalls, if you will. We call all the extra throat singing, all that stuff. If you ain't giving that, then you're not a gospel artist. And so I've run into, those types of things. I, coming from the group that I sang in, we had those types of vocals. Clark Sisters, when you think about them, they give their all. Like, they leave everything plus a wig on stage when they get off. And that's how we used to be. And people would even liken us to the Clark Sisters as well. So when I tell you that we went for blood, we went for blood. But I don't want to sing like that anymore. I don't want to do that. It's too much pressure. And I've always loved urban feels, soulful singing, Brandy, Fantasia, singing like that. You know what I'm saying? And so there's so much pressure having to be this gospel artist, and with these bomb vocals. And because I don't sing that way anymore, there have been people who say, well, you're not giving your all, you ain't giving 100%. And I'm like, yeah, I'm giving 100% because this is what I want to do. And plus, there are listeners, there are supporters, and people who want to hear this. And so it can be really tasking trying to be in this genre, singing the music that I sing, because that's another thing. If you sing the type of music that I sing, then you're seen as not as gospel enough, And so it's really hard. It can be hard, but I'm pressing through and rolling with the punches.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I have another question. Excuse me. So because you feel the pressure to kind of, live how you said before, where being a gospel artist, people just assume that you're righteous and, you walk on water, everything is angelic about you, right? So if you could work with some artists outside of your genre, who would you pick to be on a song with you?
Outside of the genre? Let me be all the way real. I'd really love to work with Tank. Like, Tank, he can sing and he can write his tail off too. Like, I love his penmanship is really dope. And his vocals, they're bomb. They're good. Like, soulful, smooth like butter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it holy,
Okay. Sure. That's all good.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I think he's a good singer. And like you said, and I have that question, if you don't see yourself gospel and kind of urban, where do you see yourself then? Where would you put your music genre at right now?
Right. I'm definitely urban, That's who I am, point blank, period. But I also add a variety of sounds, feels, and genres. One would happen to be soul. I love the soulful singing, which is why I brought up Fantasia. Like, I love, she gives the churchy feel, but that's what soul is. It's like church, but it's also R&B at the same time. Right. So I love Brandy as well. She gives like the smooth vocal tones. She's not churchy at all. So I'm just a mixture of all those. When I think about my sound, I love my top 5 go-tos. Anytime I want to use a particular run or anything like that, it's Brandy, Kim Burrell, Karen Clark Sheard, Miley Cyrus, and Billie Holiday. You got jazz, soulful, pop, and church all in one. R&B too.
Okay, that was an interesting mix. So, excuse me. So I know you know, like I said before, you have some entrepreneurial ventureships that you know, you have invested in. But before we really move into that, I was going to ask you about your group, Zael. Like, you know, are you guys doing anything? Are you working on anything in particular? Because I know that I think the last project that you guys did was 2014.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay.
Well, actually, the group disbanded in 2015.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
yeah, and we decided to you know, part ways. And I think that I think it's best, you know. I don't think that things are supposed to always be. Seasons do change, and you know, that's just one of those things that you know, you just have to say it is what it is, you know. And I applaud all of the girls for, you know, each of their efforts, everything that they're doing. It's really dope to see everybody working in, you know, just working in our own space. It wasn't my decision at all to, you know, to part ways, but you know, it is what it is. But I think too that a lot of times we're in a situation and we don't want to part ways, we don't want to move, and the Lord is like, you know, I have something else for you, you know, but I need you to, you know, shift on out. And you know, I think each of us kind of felt it anyways. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, you just got to move and go. And since the us disbanding, things have really been really doing well for I know for myself and for Christina Bell. So
okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's ultimately it's kind of sorry to hear that you know, that you guys weren't able to really fulfill, you know, your passions together. But
right.
you know, also, I mean, I was looking up online about your group and I didn't see anything about you guys disbanding. So that, I guess that's a good thing too, that you guys were able to do that and not make it a public thing, or, you know, give
Yeah.
people that the opportunity to kind of dig
Right.
into
Yeah.
that.
And I believe in that strongly. You know, I don't think it's anybody's business, you know, how things ended. I do think though that when it happened, we did owe our supporters, we owed them an apology and we owed them an explanation. They weren't given one. So of course a lot of people were able to you know, assume some things or whatever, but yeah.
That's awesome. So what is one of your biggest accomplishments you had being in this entertainment industry?
One of the biggest accomplishments, I guess radio success, especially me being an independent artist. Radio success is really hard for artists, period, but for an independent artist, it's definitely hard to get on the charts. Like I said, I've since Zael, I've had a top 15 song at radio, and it charted on Billboard as well. And now Trouble Won't Last has hit number 17 at Billboard on radio. So just being able to stay there and stay in that place of being heard. Radio it's a major platform for all artists. You get the awareness, you know, people hear you, they learn of you, they know you. And if anything, that's been the thing that has really kept me going.
Oh, okay. So what do you feel is missing in today's music world, in the industry, especially with the social media and everything?
As it relates to just music, period, or?
Yeah, as far as music, I mean, what do you think is missing because of social media being in effect? You know, what does social media take away from the music world, basically?
Honestly, I don't think that it takes away anything from music. I really don't. I think that social media, if you play it right, it can work, for anything. I think that there have been so many artists, so many singers, period, who, just get on and sing and they get the attention, they get the awareness. And I think if you play it right, it'll work in your favor,
Understandable. I know a lot of us miss the CD world and stuff like that. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I know everything.
Yeah, well, I think like playlists and streaming and things like that, that could possibly, get in the way of music. But at the same time, that's just where things are headed, and I think that as artists, as musicians, just the music industry, period, we got to learn how to shift and learn how to, surge forward. Like, things are not going to ever stay the same. And so you as an artist, you got to be able to, turn things, shift things, and roll with the current, or you'll get left behind, so.
I agree with that. Definitely.
So going back to those businesses that I'm just, because I want you to talk about your businesses seriously. I'm interested. I'm looking at the website here. Well,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I was looking at some of the some of the merchandise and like pieces that you have on there, especially like the Grace Jones and the Noir Babe. Like, I like it. Like, if I was a woman, I would definitely invest in and purchase some of these t-shirts and stuff like that. So can you kind of give us a bit of the backstory, a bit of the inspiration as to what led you to start your athleisure line, Charlie Noir.
Okay. Look, we got a lot of tongue twisters in our whole business, so I get it. But no, we started back, my sister and I, we started in 2009 with a online business called the Red Glasses Sisters Online Boutique, and we sold sunglasses and other accessories. And so the whole entrepreneurial spirit, like, it's been on both my sister and I. But we ended up putting it to the side because the group started traveling a lot more. And we just couldn't really work that and ministry and traveling and things like that. But in 2017, we decided to, switch some things, change the niche, the direction, the branding, everything, and went with a totally different name. And who better to service to than Black women? And so, we wanted to further push the narrative that our Black is beautiful. It's not always been easy, and it still ain't easy being a Black woman, you know what I'm saying? And so we want to affirm, we want to validate, and we want to do that with clothing. We sell t-shirts, leggings, sweatshirts, and dad caps. And I think that even though it's my business, I think it's really dope to be able to have something to wear that represents you, We've gone out, we have a t-shirt, it says Noir, which is Black. Noir is what I'm wearing today. And it's an attention getter. We've been asked by a couple of Caucasian brothers and sisters, like, they'll stop us and read it, and they, look kind of funky, like, oh, okay. But yeah, like, it's just a simple statement. Black is what I'm wearing. Like, I wear it every day and proud, you know what I'm saying? So I think that being able to have messages like that, and having this brand, and just having messages, period, about Black being beautiful. I don't think that you can get enough of those, so we wanted to just continue to contribute to that whole pot of my Black being beautiful, and so far, so many people have gotten with it. We've had the likes of Claire Solmers from Fashion Bomb Daily in our apparel, Jacqueline Carr, she's a gospel artist. Let's see. Oh, Lyris Cross. She's a plus size supermodel. So we've had women like that to wear the brand. So it's doing really well.
That's good.
Congrats. And you said you're wearing it now?
Oh, I said that.
I know. Look, I said, I wanted to see a little bit more of it.
Yes, I am. But yeah, this is our homegirl tee. Yeah, this is our homegirl tee.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I have
Thank
to go
you.
on there and get me something. Definitely gonna check
Yes,
it out.
please
Yes,
do.
I'm a big supporter of everybody, so I definitely gonna go and support the site. And that is awesome. I like your shirt, and I like that color on you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. One thing that I wanted to point out that you kind of touched on, but I was waiting for you to say it, but I like the fact that your website is all inclusive. Is every size,
yes,
every size is available on your website. I love it.
Right.
I love it. So it's
yeah,
not only.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was gonna say it's not only representation for women, but women of all sizes. So
Yeah, that matters. It really does.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was agreeing with you. Yeah, it is. It's very important.
Okay. Yeah, it's very important. I really didn't understand how important it was until we got like DMs and messages, emails telling us how they're excited that we have, sizes for plus size women. We want to be cute too. I'm not on the thicker, more voluptuous side, but I am still a thick girl. And we want to be cute, and we want for people to, provide something for us. My sister and I are all about representation and how, it matters, not just as us being brown girls, but as being plus size girls as well. 9 times out of 10, plus size for a Black girl, she's shapely. They don't have jeans for Black girls. They don't have t-shirts for Black girls, but we wanted to make sure that we provided that in size as well, So yeah, I appreciate you for paying attention to that. So thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, excuse me. So with being a designer, because essentially that's what you are now when you have a clothing
Right.
company,
Yeah.
Right? So with so much pressure to come out with designs season after season, what would be some advice that you would give to young designers that are starting out?
Make sure that you find out first from people around you, friends, family, about materials. Like, let them be able to feel it, touch it. We always do testers. It doesn't matter. We do drop shipping, but still we'll get like different testers in, like whatever design we come up with, because both my sister and I, we come up with all of the graphics. So we'll have some ordered, have them sent to our house, and we'll check it out and have family and friends test it and check it out as well. Because if the family and friends don't like it, if they don't think that is dope, then of course, outsiders, they're not going to think it's dope as well, So you always need that tester. I think that's very, very important,
Okay.
Tester in like friends and family,
Yes, as you should with anything, whether it's
right.
Clothing, your clothing company, music, whatever. I think that's very important to have, especially your friends and family supporting you, backing you, and being able to help you out throughout your journey.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So tell us a little more about working with the Kenya brand, because you inked a deal. You're the first gospel artist to ink a deal with the toy company, and that's a really big move. It's
thank you.
Very, very big move, and I do applaud you for that. And just kind of give us the background behind it, and whether or not if you're working with them on any continued collections, or whatever you have going on in your realm as far as working with the brand.
Sure. Okay. So back in 2016, I connected with a woman by the name of Sharice Slate out of Dallas. And she was basically a consultant for me. And she thought that it would be a really great idea to continue to further like flourish my brand, if you will. And she contacted this brand, the Kenya Doll brand, and they spoke with her. They, kind of talked about what it would look like for me to, be a part of this brand and do the licensing deal. And the toy maker loved me. She's a really nice lady, really sweet. So we ended up, I signed the deal, and around Christmas time, yeah. For Christmas, we did a special edition Keyondra doll. So I signed a licensing deal, which means that it was my likeness and, different things about me that they used for, for the doll. Because a lot of people don't understand that. They think that I'm the one who's designing the dolls. And I'm like, no, it's not me.
Right.
I just signed a deal. I don't know what they do at all. But so yeah, I signed the deal and released a Christmas edition of the Keyondra doll. It sold out. Bam, it was good.
Wow.
Went to Toy Fair and all that. Got a chance to meet some buyers from Walmart, some buyers from Target. And the thing about it is that your idea, this isn't anything. It has to be able to compete with the top ideas on the market. Mm-hmm. Mattel ain't letting nobody get in. You're not topping Barbie. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't their idea, you ain't topping that. And so the thing about it though is that with this, and I want to, every time I'm answering this question, I want to say it gingerly and be as nice about it as I possibly can be, but truth is the truth. So the toy maker is not Black, she's white. So you have to be able to understand as a white toy maker or a white brand, white company, you got to understand the Black dollar and you got to understand the Black market. You got to know what we want. And if we know what we want and we're sharing those things with you, then, you got to be able to listen to those things and, do whatever it is that we know that, that works. But it's her toy, it's her idea, her baby. And so I get it, completely. But at the same time, for me, it's always been about spreading the message, which is representation matters. Being able, a little girl, Black girl, being able to see that I have a doll, a Black doll, somebody who looks up to me, is really dope to be able to present something to them that looks like them and continue on with the message that, again, my Black is beautiful. This has been my thing for a good 6 or 7 years now. I've been about women's empowerment. I've been about, Black women and, standing behind us and that type of thing. So it was the perfect situation. But everybody has to, gel well, work well. The ideas have to be right. And I know Black people. I know Black people. So yeah, but we are still talking, still wanting to, get to the table and chat it up and see, what's the best idea. So yeah.
Wow, you wear so many hats, and because you wear so many hats, what do you do on your free time? If you have any free time.
Yeah, of course I do. Look, and especially being that this pandemic is in the way. Oh, yes, I have free time.
Yeah, but this is the time where you're working on all your,
Still, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Still I am. Mm-hmm. So, free time for me is being able to chill and watch TV and just relax, just to kind of, chill and sit back from all of the different things that, that we do. Every day is Jolie Noir Day. You know what I'm saying? Like when we say that this is a legit business, it is a legit business, so we're working on that all the time. I have been in the studio, so I've been working on my new EP, Cornerstone. So if I'm not doing something music related, it's always Jolie Noir. So you're right, Cece. I do be busy.
I know our time is getting short, but before we get off, we have a trivia questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna let Mickey Monday go first with his trivia question.
Okay. So my trivia question is, if you could only have 3 apps on your phone, which ones would you keep and why? And before you answer, I'm gonna add this disclaimer or add this extra part to it. It doesn't, you can include like the phone app, the text message app, all the stuff that comes on your phone. You can keep, but I mean like ones that you download off of the app store. Like which 3 apps would you keep from? Which 3 apps would you keep on your phone and why?
Okay. Most definitely Instagram, because Instagram is popping. I don't care about no other apps, no other type of nothing that pops up new on the scene. Instagram is king. It rules. And let's see, DoorDash.
Okay.
Because I love ordering food and I need it now. I got to order now because, the whole pandemic thing, I ain't stepping outside. But let's see, DoorDash and YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube, because I'm a YouTuber, and it's the next best thing since TV.
Mm-hmm.
I barely watch TV. It's always YouTube. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Those are some good choices. Definitely.
Thank you.
Well, my trivia question is, if you could teach people about this, and it's one of the things that you're good at, would you teach them about a clothing brand? Because I know that's what you have. Music, or would you teach them about being an entrepreneur?
And I have to choose out of one of those, which one I would. Okay. I would teach on music. I would. Because music is me at the core, being an entrepreneur, I love the fact that, I can have my own. I would teach people, make sure that you have some type of business where you bring in, your own money in and things like that. And as well as, fashion, all of that. Like I'm into clothing, but those two things, they only came, because of a passion that both my sister and I had. My number one passion though is music. So yeah, I would definitely teach on music.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thanks for coming on and interviewing with us.
Thank you for having me.
And before we get off, can you tell everybody where they can follow you at?
Sure. Please follow me on all of my social media. That's at Keyondra Lockett, KeyondraLockett, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also go to my website, find out where I'll be next, all updates, all that kind of stuff, KeyondraLockett.com.
Awesome.
Keyondra, I have a question for you really quick. So
okay.
I want to buy one of your shirts, but I think I'm gonna get this get the noir is what I'm wearing today, right? So all your shirts are unisex size, right? I can
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool.
And you know what? I think you need to get the military green. I think it would look really good on your skin.
Okay, thank you. You know what? Let me add it to the cart now. Hold on, wait a second.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm about to go on there too and definitely support and get something. As long as it has some lime green in it. Lime green is one of my favorite colors, but I do like the purple you got on.
Yes, we got something for you then. Yes.
Okay. Well, we definitely gonna go support. And again, thanks for interviewing with us. We sure had fun with you. You be like a very honest person too. You like realistic. Like, you know how some people beat around look. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, and also, you're gonna be in our August issue. So thank you for your questions and everything. I can't wait to put it out. So
thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Can't wait to post.
All right. Well, you have a great Tuesday.
You too.
Yes,
thank y'all.
Safe. You're welcome.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
One, two, three.